Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
Shout out everybody rocking with Flight Sports. You already know what it is. We back with another one of them things. We got the undefeated champion Floyd, Kid Austin, Schofield in the building. You already know what it is. It's about to go down. It's about to get legendary, and we ain't gonna waste no time. So, Kid Austin was good.
Not much.
Yeah, man. I see we fresh off a victory. You know, you was looking real good out there, man. Before we get into everything, man, how's everything going with you? You know, let everybody know how you feeling, you know, since the last time we touched bases.
Oh, man, it feels good to just have a break. Just have a nice little break. But everything's all good. Everything's all good. Just a normal day. Just chilling at home. I went to the gym, of course. Did a couple miles. I was about
already.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be 2 weeks off, right?
I mean, hey.
You
ain't never really.
Nah, that didn't happen. That 2 weeks didn't happen. What up?
FS Promotions is in the building. You already know what it is. One of the top, you know, promotions. I'm telling you, it won't be long before arrivals. I see a lot of boxes right now pushing their thing, but I'm telling you, FS Promotions, take it or leave it. We here to tell you it's here to stay. You know, listen, you fresh off a big time victory, you know, off of this man by the name of Jesus Valentin Leon. We was watching the whole thing. You know, shout out to, you know, the team that y'all got, you know, who was posting things on Instagram, making sure people could stay up to date on what's happening. For the people that's living under a rock, Floyd Kid Austin Schofield has improved his record to 14-0, no losses, no draws, 11 wins violently by the way of knockout, and he savagely, you know, violently took out Mr. Jesus. You know, listen, the man looked like he walked right into you. You set him up with the jab. It's like, did you hit him with the same punch combination twice? You know, to drop him. I mean, I noticed that. You know, the power was ridiculous, man. You know, talk to the people in the ring. It was 2 rounds. You finished him easily. You know, let everybody know what happened, man. Congratulations, too.
Oh, thank you, but not really. Just stay calm and just set it up. I mean, he was kind of open for it, I guess.
You're just laughing. Now you didn't peep the switch up. Did you peep that switch up and that jab? I think dude was asleep on the jab before that other punch came. Because the other punch, I think it was projected to land on the air, but the boy was already falling forward. And it caught him on the back of the head.
It don't matter. It's a fight. Punch is a punch.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't say anything about that.
No, I'm just saying for all the people that saying that. Like,
nobody can say, boy, you demonstrated. Let me tell you, they said because this guy had 19 knockouts, that it was going to show if Floyd could take a punch. So it was a lot, man. It was a lot. It was a lot this camp, man. It was a lot this camp. Like, number one, it was a PBC show. So they wasn't trying to give us no shine time at all.
Wow.
Like, and so, excuse me. Now, I thank them for allowing us on the show. First, though, gotta be humble. I really appreciate it that they allowed us at least to make some money on their show. And that was thanks to Oscar De La Hoya, because he was the one who basically pushed that we was gonna be on that show. So they put us during the time when, you know, people not even at the damn thing at the theater, so that we don't get no shine time. So already we was like, you know, it was bullshit to us, but it is what it is. But then the ref came in and he told us, listen, no hitting behind the head, no hitting below the belt, all this other stuff. And he like, this is take this as my first warning to y'all, my first and last warning to y'all. So you know the next step, you disqualified. So it's like, yo, all of this like before the fight, like, so it was just like real crazy. Then they hit us with all this paperwork like the week of. Lucky here in San Antonio, we got some good doctor friends and stuff like that allowed us to take the test, the MRI, the MRA, the all this other stuff. If you made an appointment, usually doctors wouldn't have an appointment for about a month. So it was like crazy stuff like that. Like they didn't really want us to be in there. So we had to make a statement. And so he made that damn statement that it's going to be a highlight reel anyway. So we just waited to get some footage so we could get y'all the clear footage.
Right. You know, now that you brought that up, you know, I was thinking that, but it's unfortunate that that took place. It seemed like they just wanted the main event to be standalone because it was unfortunate to see y'all down on the card like that, knowing that I felt like he should have been on the card. I think Kid Austin, I know he did everything it took to be featured on that card, and especially the other matches that they had. I mean, that was your moment. You know, I felt like, in my opinion, but you still had your moment regardless. You know, that was an unbelievable weekend of boxing, you know, and you was a part of it. You know, I think that's something that you got to understand. Everybody know that you fought. Trust me. You know, they heard about it, you know, if they didn't see it. And the footage is on the way. And like I said, we was here to document it. And we was just, like I said, on edge, you know, and we didn't even know when you were fighting. You know, like I said, I ended up catching some of the recoil. I'm going to keep it 100. I didn't even get a chance to catch it live, but I was on deck all day thinking it was going to be on the prelims, you know, so, but then I just seen the footage pop out and I was like, okay, I had to dissect it. But shout out to the man, I forgot his name, named Fish. Are you familiar with him? If I'm not mistaken, I think you probably, somebody that you follow, he posted you up. He was actually live at the fight. I get his name before the broadcast is up, but shout out to him for putting that out there. You know, salute to everybody in the chat too that's rocking with Kid Austin. Everybody was definitely on pins and needles, and like I said, the video did very well. Everybody was on edge to see what you did. We knew you was gonna retain, you know, and like I said, the list goes on from here. You know, what's next for y'all? You know, talk to me.
Fighting in June or July, one of the two. And you know, doing the same thing, hopefully. So
What do you mean, hopefully?
Because
we got to fight the end of June. And it should be Jester or somebody of that caliber. Excuse me. We're going to just do our job. You know what we're going to do, Flight. You know what we're going to do.
I already know.
We're up to get that belt. I feel bad for Ryan, but I'm glad he went in there and done his best. But I know it's going to be a different story with us. It's going to be a hell of a different story with us. Ryan fought a bad fight, in my opinion.
We're going to definitely get into the Ryan Garcia. I want to get into another person who knows, my man, All Access Dex. We got Dex in the building. We got Floyd, Kid Austin, Schofield, the undefeated champion. Pay the utmost homage. It's Flight Sports TV.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ, the hottest in these streets. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the guests. Shout out to the chat. And shout out to everybody pulling up, rocking with Flight Sports TV. We have a doozy for you today. We have a humdinger live in person, in color, in 3D, right before you. Kid Austin. Listen, he comes from the gene of the Schofield family. I'm talking about senior, junior, and the third. The man got punching power in both hands. Unbelievable skill set. The man is poised. I said on his Instagram that, yeah, that belt looks nice, but 10 more would be better. And guess what? He's on his way. We seen Floyd Kid Austin rank in the top 10 prospects in all of the freaking world. And now with that devastating dream deferred out, he's going to move up and He's moving up and we moving up with him. We appreciate his dad. We appreciate the young man with his poise, with his humbleness. I know his daddy's trying to get him to roar like the lion that he is, but the spirit is just in him to be humble, and he just take it out on his opponent who tried to complete their dreams, but not on kid Austin Watch. You're not going to complete your dream there. You got to go somewhere else for that, because he is a dream destroyer. How you doing, young man? Oh my God, what fabulous work that you put in the ring, and we all are enjoying it. Shout out to you, your dad, Freeway, and everybody connected with you. Oscar, I'm missing one. Who am I missing? Bernard Hopkins. There you go. Bernard Hopkins.
And Davies.
And Davies.
Shout out Cameron Davies.
Yeah.
Yes.
You already know what it is.
And FS Promotion, no doubt. Listen, we are thrilled to have you here today. It is an honor and a pleasure for you to bless us with your presence. Listen, you know what it says in the book, Matthew 25:23. Well done, good and faithful servant. I know your daddy gave you the biggest hug that you could have, but guess what? Don't be embarrassed. Your daddy finna give you more hugs. I'm talking about tighter and tighter and tighter as you grow into the champion that you will become for a long time. And this pilgrimage to the journey of greatness, we all get a front row seat here at Flight Sports TV as you elaborate on how and what it takes to be a champion. How are you feeling from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head, young man?
I'm feeling good.
More. Give us some substance, brother.
Nah,
we waited for this.
I feel good. Just glad to be at home and defending my belt and on to the next defense. That's my first one, so I'm happy. I'm happy with my performance.
I believe that you're going to run amok through the prospect, and then when you become that number one prospect sooner than later, that's when all hell going to break loose on the boxing circuit. And guess what? We got a front row seat to watch you rise and shine, even though you have your hurdles and those impediments that your dad spoke about earlier. I can tell you this: you can never stop an idea whose time has come.
You're absolutely right. You brought up, Kid Austin, in the top 10, in the WBA. Where you like your placement there? I see guys like Zepeda. What's your thoughts on some of these guys? At the top of the list. Don't you feel like I said, me personally, I'm on the record of saying the list is all mixed up. I think you should be ranked a little bit higher. If not all the way at the top. What's your thoughts on some of these guys? Like I said, Zepeda's a guy in Golden Boy. What's your thoughts on that situation and him as a fighter?
Yeah, I mean, he just throw a lot of punches. Besides that, nobody talks about him, but the fact that he throws a lot of punches. And he only throw a lot of punches because he hasn't been hit hard.
Right, you heard what he said. I'm watching this guy Zepeda because I'm on the record of telling everybody that you are going to be the face of Golden Boy Promotions. They trying to tell me that there's a guy by the name of this guy Zepeda who's in line and this, that, and the third, and they trying to tell me that he's in the way of you, being the face of Golden Boy Promotions at 135 at the moment.
Zepeda's at 140.
140 right now, yeah.
Me 135, he 140. The money is at the 135 division, not the 140. It's going to move up after a while to the 140, but it's at the 135 division.
And even if he was at 35, who would he fight? Jojo Diaz? That was the only person with a name. And
right.
Jojo Diaz just got beat by, no offense, but Marcito Jesta, a 36-year-old. So, if that's what we comparing him to, I'm pretty sure Jesta threw as much punches on Jojo as Zepeda did. But it is what it is. I wouldn't say he can face a Golden Boy.
Right. Nah, because like I said, Ryan Garcia, that defeat, like you was just touching on that before. Ryan fought a bad fight. A lot of people are feeling like Ryan went in there and rushed it. He's on record of that. It seemed like it was an outclassmanship as well in there. It seemed like it was a difference between, experience in the ring. Clearly was the superior fighter, IQ wise. What was your thoughts on that fight, if you will? Obviously, you just said that Ryan fought a bad fight. Can you guys elaborate on that, please?
I agree with you. Ryan rushed it. I mean, he didn't have to go in there and rough up Tank because as soon as he did it, that's how he got caught, that body shot, and how he got dropped. He should have used his reach because when he started using it, I think it was like the fourth or fifth round. He was doing good, but I feel like his ego got the best of him, and he didn't fight smart throughout all 12 rounds. He forgot who he was in there with for a second.
He tried to knock out Tank.
Yeah,
go ahead.
that was not a smart fight.
It just common sense.
Yeah.
Common sense as hell. You got a long ass jab. How you become the inside fighter? It's just common sense. Anybody with a long jab will know, just hit the person from a distance. Let them run into your hard shots and keep the distance. Common sense, make it easy. But I don't know what the game plan was in that camp, but it was a dumbass fight because that was stupid. He got knocked down at a range he shouldn't have been against a short, strong fighter. That's just common sense. But
right. A lot of critics are accusing him of quitting in the ring with that knee. What's your thoughts on that situation? Right there in that moment, as a fighter, and then you hearing all the speculation. What's your thoughts on people saying that he quit in that moment?
No comment. We still golden boys, so no comment.
You can't say he quit because we not Ryan Garcia's body.
Right.
He the one who felt the shot. Everybody can't speak for him. Only he know what he was feeling in that ring. So, whether he quit or not, he still made his money and made it out the ring. So.
Right. Definitely. I don't believe that.
In us, we a different breed. Remember, I've been told you about YouTube fighters and throwback fighters. It's two different things. So, not saying he is, but a YouTube fighter, y'all can't expect him to go out there and willing to die in that ring for legacy. That ain't the person goal, because their goal is to make money and be a YouTube fighter for popularity. So for us, you want to go down on your shield. You want even if you in pain, when you sign up to get in that ring, you might be in pain. It's the fight business. Your jaw might get broke, you still gotta fight. Your arm might be broke, you still gotta fight. If that ref didn't stop it, you still gotta fight. If you got breath in your body, that's the thing that make you a gladiator. And then a fight like that, nobody lose. Look at Arturo Gotti fighting Mickey Ward. That was a battle. It was no loser in that fight. Even to the point they wasn't even fighting for a title, that it went to 2 more fights where they made millions. Because the people, they put their self on the line to get the fans what they deserve.
Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, you see some fighters try to get up, and if they can't get up, they'll go back down. So that was the only little suspect part, but we'll leave him alone.
Yeah, shout out to Ryan Garcia for giving the people the fight that people wanted to see. He clamored for it. People may have not liked the outcome, but them two both got the fight handled, and I think that was big for boxing. And I think hopefully that springboards, bigger fights, in general in this division. This 135 division is stacked, Kid Austin. How long you plan on staying at 135? Because you definitely, like I said, look like you getting bigger, out here. Or am I just tripping?
I accepted my fate so far. I'm finna be 21, so I don't think I'll be growing anymore. So
yeah, you accepted your fate. That
I feel like I got my grown man body, but realistically,
no, you don't got your grown man body.
Not yet.
I can't really say how long I'll be at this weight, but I'll give it another year or two. I believe so.
Oh, damn. Another year or two. We talking about some big fights.
We like I said, you another division though. We number 8 and we get 4 fights a year.
Right.
We cleaning up. We not run. We gonna clean up this division in a year or two, and then we gonna get them. By that time, have them belts, and then we go to 140. We gonna clean that division up. That's the only way you're gonna show you the greatest boxer of all time. Clean everybody up, and I guarantee you, Tank ain't gonna do that shit to us.
I already know. Before I let the panel touch on some things, I definitely want to thank y'all for introducing me to the sport of boxing. I'm telling you, like I'm getting lost in the sauce. You know, to be honest with you, I'm loving the sport of boxing. Kid Austin, you see what we doing here at Flight Sports TV? We letting it go here with the boxing. Mark my words, we're gonna be one of the top boxing channels. I ain't even gonna talk. And I'm telling you, if you hear and listen to me, when you see these videos of Tank and these guys, I'm bringing your name up in a lot of these videos secretly. You know, I'm telling these videos are getting viewed, and I'm telling people coming back and they talking shit. And like I said, I'm ready to deliver. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be in your at my level. Anything I could do at my level, I'm here to do it. Like I said, anytime y'all got something y'all feel like ain't getting touched on, maybe it's not getting highlighted. Listen, I'm ready to do it tonight. You know, not tomorrow, tonight. You know, that's how it goes down.
Let's highlight on this. You sure didn't hear Devin Haney and Keyshawn ass say nothing this time.
No, you sure didn't. Their ass was quiet.
Quiet as hell.
There we go. I got you. That's gonna be the next drop. But that I tell you what, that you damn right. And it's crazy because Mr. Devin Haney was in attendance. Because like I said, I'm starting to get into the politics. Yes, he was. I saw his ass out there.
He ran into me in the hall. He ran into me in the hall and walked with his head down, like scared, like. But I know it ain't no beef or nothing. You know, he see me in my squad. He walked on through. Humble. We didn't like say the child nothing. He is. He's no, stop it. Cut it out. The man didn't do nothing. No,
I'm just saying.
So you tell him. Okay. So he was backstage talking.
All I'm saying is Keyshawn is a talented fighter, and Keyshawn, I believe, no, he's not ready for kid yet. And I say that seriously. Y'all can ask him that. I believe he realized he's not ready for kid yet.
Yeah, take it or leave it, man. Like I said, it is what it is. I know he's not ready for Kid Austin. And like I said, he running his mouth about this division and stuff like that. It can't be his division as long as Kid Austin is in it. He's a prospect just like you are. You know, you got to cut all that bullshit out.
No, I'm a contender.
He's a prospect.
Oh, pardon me. I'm sorry.
We probably number 6 since Ryan lost. We probably number 6. So we right behind Lomachenko, all them. We should be fighting for a title next year. A real title. So we not no he's a prospect. Keyshawn's a prospect. So I think that's why Keyshawn realized he's not on that level.
Yeah, he went up and speaking to Keyshawn, he went up there running his mouth, calling guys out like Frank Martin in his previous fight. I felt like he called out the wrong guy, you know, and I feel like he's picking up somebody else's beef. Like I said, I know what's going on with the politics. I feel like Keyshawn Davis is riding the wave of Shakur Stevenson, obviously. You know, I just feel like he's just piggybacking on him a little too much. And it seemed like he's like his little sidekick, you know. And I said it here at Flight Sports. Y'all don't got to do it. You could tell him I said it. God damn it! But go ahead. And I be in Norfolk too. I'm telling you, I got a lot of family in Norfolk, so I'm just keeping it 100. Keep going.
Keyshawn could beat Frank Martin though. His style, he could beat Frank Martin. He's not gonna go and bang with Frank Martin. So Keyshawn, if he's focused all around, he can't beat Frank Martin. I totally agree with that one. That's why he picked on Frank Martin. He knows
he stick to the basics.
He stick to the basics, but Keyshawn can beat him.
Keyshawn got an ego.
I'm saying it's a 50-50 fight. He can beat him. I would say it's more like a 60-40 in Keyshawn's favor because Keyshawn can box, and Frank Martin is a boxer. He's going to box. He's going to be patient. That's what Keyshawn wants. Keyshawn ain't going to take no dog that's on his ass throwing a bunch of punches. He don't want that type of fighter like a Kid Austin, but Frank Martin. So who else is he going to call out in the top 10?
Like tripping, y'all.
No, for real. If you look at the top 10, who else can he call out and possibly?
Well, he can't call out nobody because he ain't in no top 10. So.
No, if he was fighting somebody in the top 10, who do you think if he had a 50-50 chance?
You know what I'm saying? You got to get to the top 10 first to call out somebody in the top 10.
That's a low blow.
I'm just saying.
That's a low blow.
I'm just speaking realistically. He's not going to get that fight soon anyway. He got to work his way up.
All right, enough about that man. What's your
Yeah,
next?
yeah. Before I switch it to my man KNT, we brought up Mr. Devin Haney. He was in attendance too. He got caught lacking out there. You know, it's everybody was at that fight. You know, obviously he's got something going down with Lomachenko. Obviously, we know y'all had y'all story relationship that we don't have to get all into again. We don't have to continue to beat a dead horse if you don't want to. You know, what's your thoughts on the situation that's arising between Devin Haney, Tank? It seems like they on the collision course. What do y'all think about that? If you could speak briefly.
Devin could beat Tank. Cause Devin fight long. Devin gonna run all night, and Devin patient enough to run all night, and to grab him in close and not let go to the ref come in between them and not make that mistake.
To grab, you gotta do one of these.
Nah, but what I'm saying is, yeah, you do got the one of those, but he has the potential to beat Tank, because Tank is short. Y'all gotta remember, Tank is short with a short reach. Oh, the only time Tank knock people out is when they dumb enough to stand there in front of him in exchange. Think about it. Even Rolly was boxing him and beating him. Rolly.
I know. We know about Rolly.
To swarm him and be impatient, he got dropped. Soon as Ryan decided to do that same thing, he got dropped. It's like people don't have common sense to understand that ain't the style that's gonna beat Tank. It's the long style. Devin fight long, Shakur fight long. So it's like, who do Tank go to next? That's the question. He could beat a Lomachenko, because Lomachenko like fighting and close and going around. So Tank could beat a Lomachenko. So he's most likely gonna call out Lomachenko. But I want to see him fight Shakur or Devin.
Yeah, me too. What you think about Floyd popping out, in that fight? It looked like he getting close. Do you think they ever really separated? Because, the media get crazy. You got the YouTube people and all of that. They start creating all these crazy narratives. What was your thoughts about Floyd being just, visible, and we haven't seen them together in so much time?
I don't know. Floyd
Right.
has nothing to do with me.
Right. You know what's so crazy?
Relationship.
Yeah.
It's weird though, because it's like it's an on and off type thing, but that's them.
Right.
I say it's respect though. That's his big OG. He's doing it the same way that his big OG did it and taught him how to do it. And I say that's respect, because Floyd didn't have to do that, but for Floyd to be in attendance, that's showing love to him. And him hugging Floyd, that's showing love to Floyd. Because, Floyd didn't have to give him an opportunity. To tell you the truth, Floyd didn't have to give him an opportunity to even make it up to that stage. Floyd invested that money into him. So that's Floyd's people. So I say that's love. I mean, shit. If I do something for one of my little homies, they better. I'll be there. They better show me love too. For showing love. That's
right. We got my man KNT Radio in the building. Big fan of my man Kid Austin. What's the deal, KNT? We live on Flight Sports with the champion.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, how you doing, champ?
What's up?
Nah, I ain't even gonna lie. I was so happy watching that hook. First you threw the hook, backed him up, and then he go and try it again. Like this, and fighting, if something don't work and you try it again, it's probably gonna happen to you, and you probably going to sleep. And that's exactly what happened to him.
Yeah, when I put that thing, it was off camera. He was hurt, and that's how he ended up getting knocked out.
Oh, so he went to sleep off the first punch?
Nah, off that left hook, the first one before the camera pans, he got hurt, and then I hit him with like this 1-2, and he was out.
So what did you like? I know it's kind of like different watching it happen, but what do you see like when you threw the punch? Like, did he leave something open? Was it a little sliver? Did he lean a little bit too much?
Nah, I was just gonna punch through his guard. I was gonna punch through his. He had his hands up, so I was punching through his hands.
Dang,
the power,
that's crazy.
The power is
that's
ridiculous.
Power. That's ridiculous. Like,
yeah. The show sheer power, y'all. I mean, the guard really was nothing, and I'm obviously realizing he was throwing some pillow punches. Did he even touch you?
He touched me once. and he started backing up. I guess because my face that I was gonna hurt him. But yeah, I mean, he probably hit hard to everybody else since he got 19 knockouts, but I wasn't going for it.
Right. We got my man Coffee to the World in the building, live from Chicago. A huge fan of my man Kid Austin. We got the undefeated champion in the building, fresh off a big time win on the Tank Garcia card. What's the deal, Coffee? You lying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Flight Sports TV for always believing in Kid Austin, the #1 killer. Don't nobody want problems with it. Nobody want that smoke. But I'm going to ask you 3 questions. First, where your pops at? Get your pops. Where your pops at?
He right here. He checking to see if my sister's sleep.
Yo, that's my man. That's my man right there. That's my man. If I answer these questions right here, because you got out, you're a certified. I keep telling you, you're a certified killer. Don't nobody want it. I don't give a fuck if it's Haney, Shakur, Tank. They don't want that. It's madness. It's something that's from a whole nother planet. Pops, what's up? It's Coffee to the World out of Chicago. Check this out. First question is for Kid Austin, the killer, the #1, AKA certified, justified killer. You know, I always ask you this question. I'm gonna see where your mindset at right now. I always ask you this question. See where your mindset at. Who your best friend? Yeah, come on, say it. I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it. Who is it?
My father.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Never forget that right there. And you're going to always reign champion in all divisions. 135, 140, 145, 147, 150. It don't even matter. They can bring on Earl and Crawford. It don't even matter. Because the way you're getting down is just crazy. I keep telling them the secret is once you hit them motherfucking shorts with them 2 hands, it's a wrap. They don't be noticing that shit. Once you bang them shorts down with them hands, there be something wrong with your shorts. That's that superpower. That's that hyper shit. That's that shit you can't prepare for. Boy, every time you hit them shorts, it be a wrap. You backed up and caught that motherfucker with that left, and then, man, I thought the motherfucker was dead. I thought he was dead up in there. Dead ass. I thought he was dead. Don't get up. And then everybody else saw that shit. You don't see them people talking that shit now. What's the nigga name? Kashan or whoever? They ain't talking that shit now. What they at now? What David Haney at now? He was at the fight. Where you at talk that shit? Go on social media and put them little bullshit comments up in there. Because they don't want that work. They know if they get in that ring, they're going to die. You're going to die. Yeah. And that won't be your fault if they die. It's like on Drago, if he dies, he dies. The fuck, don't get in that ring. Just like that. Now, here go the other question. What you going to buy your pops after you kill the next motherfucker?
I like the way you said that.
It gotta be something in the range of a Bentley and up. I gotta be a Bentley and up. I don't give a fuck, a Bentley house, whatever.
He can get whatever he wants.
I love that shit. That's what I'm talking about. See, look, because I love your father so much because he was homeless under the Homeless Act and it was fucked up out here. He kept the focus. He kept raising you. And some things you didn't see, like the Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith, some things you just didn't see. See, people try to miss that part, but Pops could have died out here and he's still in the game. And the fact that he's still here, you ain't gonna never lose, ever. See, it's one thing to box. It's another thing to have your pops and you thinking on this mindset shit. You like a scientist, a mad scientist, and they ain't gonna never figure you out. I don't care what kind of scouts they got. I don't care what they talking about. You the new face. If you've been a new face for Oscar De La Hoya before Ryan fought. They saw that shit. They don't want to fight you. They don't want to do none of that. They know that. But you so different. You the face of boxing, period. And I'm talking about all the damn divisions. All of them. Ain't nobody built like you. They don't work as hard as you. Boy, I saw you hit that motherfucking bag. Nick, when you hit that bag, you remember when Rocky said, Rocky trainer saw Rocky hitting that meat inside that meat factory. Then he looked back at Apollo and he said, man, we don't need that type of man in our life. When you beating up that meat, that's how they see you when you hit that bag. You take air out of motherfuckers. Air. And every time you hit them, long as you hit them shorts with them 2 arms, it's a wrap for anybody. If they can just tie your arms up so you get you before you hit them motherfucking shorts. Once you hit them shorts, somebody gonna die. Hey, I love y'all, man. Coffee to the World out of Chicago. When y'all come to Chicago, get at me. We gonna have some fun. I love y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep listening to your best friend, your father, all that. He count more than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be in your ear, and everybody gonna say, "Good, congratulations, Chef." This and another, but Where was they at when it was dark time, when it was the dark side? See, everybody love a winner, but when you're down, they don't like that. It's just you don't never lose in anything, in the ring or outside the ring, because you humble and hungry. As long as you keep that humble and hungry, they ain't gonna never be able to fuck with you. Keep the main thing, they ain't gonna never be able to fuck with you. And your best friend is right there on your immediate left. Where's your immediate left? Now, this is the last question. Where's them crab legs, Joe? We got to get them crab legs. Pops said you had them crab legs cracking last time. Invite us over. Fly Fight Sports TV out there. All of us play some pool. Pops, let's get the pool going. Get them crab legs cracking, and let's celebrate this shit for real.
For real. Let's do that.
I love y'all, man. I love y'all. Coffee to the world, straight out of Chicago. I love you. Keep doing what you're doing, and keep the belief in everything in your Pops. That's your best friend. Pops, I love you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but like I said before, I introduce my man Quiz. Like I said, here at Flight Sports, everybody around here, everybody up in their boxing IQ. I'm telling you, including myself. Like I said, I'm just learning more and more every day from each fighter. But I'm hearing my man Quiz today. He just joined the panel. My man Quiz was hitting me up yesterday, today about all the boxing news. This. This man is seriously trying to get into boxing full-fledged. No playing. I'm telling you, we are building a boxing community here, and it won't be long before we one of the top boxing channels in the game. And you heard it here first from the horse's mouth. Listen, we got my man Quiz here live with the undefeated champion. You ever spoke with the undefeated champion, Quiz?
Well, of course. I was on the last time when we had a man. It's good seeing you brothers again.
You too.
First off, the first thing you need to do when you get that big money is you need to go hire yourself that man Coffee to the World to be your publicist. I mean, that's the very first thing you'll need to spend money. You don't need a publicist like that, for real. All right? Kid Austin and Pops, good seeing you guys again. Hey, let me share something with you. One of the things I like about your relationship is because I was always big in sports. My dad was a big boxing fan. So it's not like I've not been into boxing, but I got a little bit more inspired when Flight introduced us to Kid Austin, a young up-and-coming star. And ever since Flight has introduced you, I've been following your fights, man. And I mean, you've been nothing less than sensational. It's kind of like looking at the up-and-coming of Mike Tyson, back in the days. You're too young to know that, but your pops might remember. Mike Tyson literally changed the entire landscape of boxing. I mean, I can't even lie to you. He's the one who pay-per-view is what it is because of Mike Tyson. He literally turned out the whole world and showed us what really being a superstar is at a young age. So I'm inspired when I see you coming up like this. One of the things that my father taught me in life is don't get too high, but don't get too low. And what that means is that, you don't want to get too overconfident because cockiness will get you killed. But at the same time, you know what I mean? You don't want to get too low because sometimes you can get to points where you just feel, where you can be just too down on yourself. My first question to you, Kid Austin, is after that sensational win, I mean, that was a beautiful win on that great card that we just had this weekend. How do you manage to maintain your humility with such sensational knockouts, like, fights that aren't going past 2 rounds? How are you able to maintain your humility and stay mid-level and, and keep pushing forward with all of the with the hype around you?
That's a good question. I never thought about that. And I realized after this fight, after I knocked him out, even my personal trainer pointed out I was mad for like an hour. Like my attitude was just off. It took like an hour for me to get back to my normal self. I don't know. I'm gonna have to dig into that.
Well, definitely. I want to put that in your head because it's going to be very important, because maintaining your composure and, being calm and being even keel is very important, because, rushing and also being too angry is never a good way to approach things also. But, as you get bigger, man, there's going to be a lot of attention around you. You know what I mean? And you're going to start reading those headlines. And when you start believing the hype, man, that could be the end. So stay at it. My next question is also along the same lines. Great thing for you is that you have your dad there with you every step of the way. Right. But so far in your short career, what has been your most challenging fight And what have you taken away from it and learned from it?
To always rather.
Wait, what was the first? You gotta tell which one was it? What was your challenge, most challenging fight?
I would say the one before this one, and it's not because of the opponent or not. It's because you had to get through that mental toughness of your feet feeling like they finna fall off because you wore the wrong socks and brand new shoes. So I feel like that was the hardest part, but I got through it. Because at the end of the day, if you can't get your mind right for 10 rounds, then you're probably in the wrong sport, because you can always take care of your feet after the fight. You're not going to lose your feet. So that's how I looked at it. So I just finished what I had to do. But after that fight, my feet were killing me.
All right. So you learned how to wear the right socks.
Yeah.
And that guy Marciano, who he fought a lot of big time fighters as well. And Kid Austin, like I said, due to the issues that he had with the shoes that he did not have in this recent fight, that's why you seen the outcome. What the outcome was, don't just like I said, the feet caused a lot of issues, the mobility and things of that nature. But he didn't make no excuses. He went out there like a professional and got the job done. And if it was a minute or two left, we all know he was on his way out the door. So let's just keep it 100.
Right.
Yeah.
But you gotta give him credit though, like you gotta give him credit, because every time Kid Austin put him down, he would lean on Kid Austin and make him push and then call a slip. So you gotta give him respect for that. Right. He went down at least 3 times, and he got called for slip each time, and he made it the whole bout. What you hit him 100, 150, 200 times?
I don't know. I never looked at the punch stats.
I know it was something like you only got hit like 37 times, and he got hit like 100 and something, and he still was. Even the picture y'all took together, he was lumped all up. I wouldn't have took no picture like that. I gotta get myself together. He's a warrior, bro. Dudes like that, but man, I respect it. Just the fact that you put him down, you gotta respect that, man. He was still willing to fight, even though he got hit 100 times. He was still throwing his regular jabs. He was not slow. He was still being professional.
Yeah.
What about Pedro? Besides Marciano, was Pedro was he? Because he's the last person who didn't get knocked out prior to Marciano. You probably don't remember him. Pedro, you fought him down at Davies. Pedro, he fought Mark. I forgot his name. I know his name is Pedro. I get his name, but he fought Mark Castro as well.
I know who you're talking about, the short Puerto Rican.
Yeah. He went the distance with you. You didn't. That was the last one you didn't knock out prior to Marciano.
Yeah, he just had a tough, strong head, but he got pummeled on that whole fight.
Yeah.
he was a good opponent too, though. He just had a heart. He wasn't going down at all. I remember seeing him after the fight. His face looked totally different from when we was in that ring. It probably looked worse than Mercado's. It just swelled up. I was like, man.
Right. Yeah, this dude just wouldn't go down. That's why I said some of these dudes, they go out there to fight. Their motto is they just ain't getting knocked out. Yeah, you might beat, but they ain't getting knocked out. Go ahead.
You gotta learn. You're not gonna knock everybody out.
That's a fact. Plus, I mean,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
I mean, that comes with the sport too, right? So, I mean, like the last time you were on, I asked you about, if you remember, I asked you a question about taking a punch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you start boxing, the hitting people part is the fun part. The getting hit part is where a lot of people are going to say, hey, man, I don't know about this.
Right.
You're going to eventually face a lot more difficult challengers. I mean, it's inevitable, right, Kid Austin? How is your development as far as your learning process? When you go into fights and you go through things, are you working on different things? Are you taking away things from each fight that you could learn? And what's your process as far as your growth, development, and basically to get you to be the best version of yourself that you can be?
That's my dad's job. But then, we study myself after the fight. But when I go into the fight, I'm not going in there to, learn and pick up on stuff, because I'm just trying to get up out of here. Being in the ring, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, but it's not something you want to be in there for too long, because just one little wrong move and it's over with. So, I'm just going there to do my job and get out.
Well, maybe
boxing is not just a sport, but somebody can die in there.
Yeah,
So
let
you
me
know we
let me
gotta
ask
take
you.
it very seriously.
Let me ask your dad that question then. So, my question was just about, he's going to eventually face more challenging competition, and I was just asking, what his process was for taking away things from each fight that he could kind of learn, take into the next fight or fights in the future that he could grow from. I mean, do you have a process? Do you guys look and analyze a bunch of film, and how do you keep him developing so he can become the best version of himself, Dad?
No, right now, I'm just his frontal cortex is getting developed. So
Right.
he's just remembering all this stuff that he learned since 2 years old going in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, what y'all seeing is Sugar Ray Robinson. Like if you look at the fight, the way he was fighting, y'all see both the Sugar Ray Robinson and the Marvin Hagler come together. So for me, I just see which ones come together more the Willie Pep, more this what he studied. So I'm seeing more the Sugar Ray Robinson and Marvin Hagler's type of fighting coming along with Floyd. So right now, I believe the next move will be a jester for Floyd to fight. If how Golden Boy movie, there will have to be a jester, then there's a paid up, and then we'll be in line to fight Tank. And so that'd be cool. So the next goal is just to have a lot of speed. I gotta make sure Floyd have a lot of speed. Shoot, just to only be shooting with a 22, we're gonna be shooting with an automatic shotgun. So
Right.
you know,
So
That's a good analogy.
you believe that fight is y'all could be on a collision course with him? Gessner, you
I
said?
think that's the only fight that makes sense right now. Floyd is number 8. They're not gonna give him Lomachenko because he got Devin right now. Tank just finished fighting, so Tank ain't fighting. Ryan just took a loss and probably gonna go through depression, so he's not fighting. So who's else above there with us? Frank Martin ain't gonna fight us. He's not at the WB on the WBA. So either we going over to Russia to fight the Russian guy, or we fighting Jester who just beat Jojo Diaz. Because now Jojo isn't with Golden Boy, so we can't fight Jojo. So that would be the most logical move, the next move. And that would be a test. Since he got all these fights and he's in line to fight for a title, why not?
Right. How you see that fight going?
We gotta knock his ass out by the second. We gotta destroy him.
Right.
Hey, go ahead.
Now go ahead, KNT.
And that's so crazy. You said Marvin Hagler and you said Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray Robinson.
I had Mike Tyson and Mayweather because he don't get touched, but when he get close to you, he's ending you from either side. What you think of Floyd Mayweather mixed with a young Tyson?
No, Mayweather defense is primitive. The Philly show is primitive. I mean, Mayweather used it right because he selected the right opponent. But I believe his defense is way more advanced than Mayweather's because he know both stances. So he got to know both defenses, and he know all 5 styles, and all of them got different defenses. So I believe he way more advanced than Floyd and Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, yes, because his power and his speed, he was athletic. But I think he's more advanced. I think he's more of the throwback fighters than more of a Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson appeared to be a throwback fighter until he got rid of them throwback coaches. And then Tyson really was. It was the throwback people that made him appear to be that way. He was born this way, studying those fighters, so it's a difference.
Right. I want to bring up something about, we heard all about this whole weekend involving the Tank Garcia situation about rehydration, the rehydration clause. Well, what was your thoughts initially when you heard about that? And have you ever had to deal with a situation like that throughout the course of your career?
Nah, we wouldn't do that. Nobody gonna tell us how much. If we stepped on the scale 135, we met our contract obligations. You're not telling us how much water we could drink after we stepped on the scale, and we were dehydrated all the way for like a week or 2. Hell no, that's just what makes sense to me. But that's Ryan and them, because you gotta remember the body is like 85% water. Right. So now you're only hydrating a certain amount of your own body back. So you're going in handicapped. So that was stupid for Ryan doing that. They knew they was gonna hit them ribs and that was gonna hurt because he's not gonna have the muscle around it.
Right.
They knew that it was strategic what they did to him.
And kind of desperate for the fight. I was really actually proud that Ryan was able to push that to kind of help the culture see that we can have those kind of fights. And I don't think that kid has anything to hang his head over. I mean, yeah, Ryan has some issues he needs to grow and develop in fighting, but he actually really gave a good fight. I actually watched a replay of that today while I was watching a bunch of Kid Austin fights. It was funny you were talking about your wardrobe malfunction, because I watched a fight with you today where you were wearing the shorts with the tassels. Remember that fight? And your tassels kept falling off?
Yeah. I didn't even notice.
Yo, you could actually see it when you look at the fight, like the
shit.
tassels. In fact, you slipped in that fight, and she cleaned the ring, but I'm not sure if you didn't slip on a tassel because they were falling out.
The ring was wet because all the fights before me, that ring was soaked.
That was crazy. That was a good fight too. That was a good fight.
Speaking of the ring gear, your ring gear, you definitely up in your swagger in that category. That purple, that what was that? That yellow, it was that yellow, bright yellow. I don't know what the hell was going on, but it was something epic. I mean, you had Frontline Millionaires, SSG, the trucking part of me. I don't want to mistake the company, but
TCC.
Y'all better get up with that.
SOA marketing. I mean, it's a bunch of sponsors he got. But let me tell you that thanks to Everlast coming up with the outfit, be coming out with that shoe collab with Everlast.
There we go.
Breaking news.
Real big. So that's why Floyd is coming out with these colorful ones, because they're gonna come out with a whole new color scheme, Everlast and Kid Austin.
Fire.
There we go.
There we go. It's epic.
Big move.
So like you said, you looking to fight. When's the next fight again? When are you guys looking to get back in the ring?
The end of June.
Okay, so definitely y'all be on the lookout for Floyd Kid Austin at the end of June. You know, what y'all trying to do, you know, outside of the sport of boxing? Is anything that people could, obviously the shoe with Everlast, is anything that people could look forward to? Obviously the merch, anything else that people may not be familiar with that people could get into?
We got a documentary coming out, a biopic coming out that's in the productions right now. So that's gonna be really good. So that's things that's happening right now. But right now we focus because we right back at camp. We got 7 weeks before the next fight. So and then after that, you know, back in 8 more weeks after that one.
Right.
Yeah, 7 weeks from now.
Do you feel like you're getting your respect, you know, as a trainer, you know, and a coach? You know, obviously you have coach the legendary coach Ronnie Shields in your ear. I'm pretty sure you've, you know, soaked up a lot of game, you know, throughout. How do you feel like, you know, you're evolving in your career, you know, because obviously you look at the father-son duos you see, you know, maybe even grandfathers. Where do you feel like you rank, and do you feel like you getting your respect? And that's for Floyd Schofield Jr.
I don't know.
Junior isn't me.
Yeah, I know who it is. Listen, I'm not. I don't mix it up. Y'all told me a long time ago. I know. You the third.
Yeah. Okay.
They say the great ones don't get acknowledged till they gone. So that's the thing. So I'm not looking for praise from man right now, because this is my manifestation. So until that finish his whole boxing career, that's when they will really realize everything that I said and the greatness that was in front of them.
Right, because I feel like I said, obviously we know who you are here at Flight Sports and everything you bring to the table, but just publicly in the boxing landscape, they view you as a guy that talks a lot and this, that, and that, but I don't think people understand that you really know boxing inside and out, you know, at a higher level. A lot of these fighters could really sit down and talk to you, you understand, to pick up some game, you know, and you know, it is what it is. That's just how I feel, you know, in my opinion. I just don't feel like you getting your just due out here. You know, people are just looking at you as just some guy that's running their mouth, you know, and I think this is getting ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Now, don't mind me if I'm laughing, because the wife is over here playing, trying to make me laugh for no reason. But no, I'm telling y'all, it's just something. I don't believe that no fighter that's out there right now fight like Kid. I don't believe that no coach really taught any switch fighters like that. Advanced boxing, I believe the style that we developed is going to push boxing even further in another direction. because it's just a hidden science that Marvin Hagler had, Sugar Ray Robinson had. Most people don't know Sugar Ray Robinson was a switch fighter. It's like it's a league of switch fighters that was out there that it was hidden, and I think he's gonna bring back that style of fighting.
Right, I believe that. We got the champ for a couple more minutes. Anybody want to give some last second remarks? We got the post fight interview here with Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, fresh off a knockout defeat. Any last second remarks from the panel?
You
I
didn't
wanted to
shout
go
out,
ahead.
read their comments.
Okay. Look, I get you a comment right quick by the name of Ringo Report. You know, he says, "Bro, you capping about Ryan Garcia? LOL. That was a bad performance by Ryan, and the Mexican fans was very upset because it reminded them of all the no mas fights. For real, LOL."
Yeah, I
I mean,
remember that no mas fight.
well, some of these that's what I said. Some of these comments could get crazy.
Well, they were feeling some
That's
sort of
what-
way
that's
because I said some positive things about Ryan Garcia, but I actually thought that kid fought with a lot of heart. He was a lot quicker than I thought. He has some skills clearly that he needs to work on and stuff like that. But I mean, he shouldn't have any shame for that. I mean, that punch was a pretty brutal blow, and I'm not sure if people know, but liver punches can debilitate you seriously. So,
I mean,
Right.
everybody got their own opinion.
yeah.
Everybody in the division, Ryan is the only one who stepped up to fight him. So
That is true.
Right.
True.
That's true.
he gets all the credit.
And I want to ask y'all, what was it like being behind the scenes with Cheney B and Lil Boosie? Because I seen y'all come out. That was legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, I ain't never going to no club again.
Ah,
Why?
Right. Or too much smoke.
Too much smoke?
It was whack. Not Boosie's club, but like just the whole.
He never went to
I
a
don't like
club
partying.
before, so he don't
You know,
like all the people, the darkness, the smoke, the drinks. He don't understand it because he never went out nowhere before.
No, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, Kid Austin. I don't like clubs either.
it
I don't.
overrated for
Me
real.
neither. Me neither.
Especially when you got to do them a bunch. But to be honest with you, Kid Austin, you're gonna be a rising star. So people are gonna be,
Well, he
inviting you
is.
to
He
places
is.
and
He
stuff like
is.
that. And,
He is a rising star.
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that what I'm trying to say is, he's going to be a star. Like, you know what I mean? So
Where?
you're gonna get invited to more of these things or whatever, and you're gonna have obligations to do some things at certain points. So you know what I mean? It kind of it's something while you're a young person that you're gonna, good thing you got your dad there with you because you're gonna have to, get comfortable being uncomfortable, right, Dad?
That's right.
That's right.
I have a question.
Good. Yeah.
How do you? I'm piggybacking off of KNT. How do you go through the process of picking out the performer to walk you out?
How do you go through the process of picking out a performer to walk us up?
That's a good question.
I mean, sometimes you get some people that want to pay you to let them walk you out, and you have friends that you want to.
Yeah, Cheney B was a friend.
He's a friend.
But he supported even coming to the Atlanta shows, and I gave him my word. I said, when we get on the night stage, I'm going to bring you out. And PBC stopped that. They told us that he could perform. They said him and Bootsy, all this. We got there. They said, nah, they can't perform on our stage. They wouldn't even let us get no shine. So they're going to be on the next show with us. Golden Boy said they're going to do something nice and allow them to do a mini concert in the show. And so we just keeping our word to our friends. So that's how we picked so far. These are all our friends.
Right. Yeah, we was definitely looking forward to that performance of him walking you out. But it's good that you just clarified what happened. But nonetheless, Kid Austin.
We had the after party. Bootsy still put on the concert at the after party for Kid Austin. Do it. Crawford came, and Crawford
was up there.
So
Crawford was there.
Even though he's supposed to be in camp, but it's all good.
Damn,
I'm just saying, Arrow.
Yes, we need to see it.
Anyway.
But what was it like being around Bootsy? What was that like? He was cool.
He real cool.
Yeah.
I thought he was going don't get me wrong. From the stuff I heard, I thought he was gonna be super ghetto, mad all the time. But he was a nice guy, humble, and he was taking care. I mean, he gave my dad and my friends $1,000 bottle. Like, it was cool. So,
No. Well, man, congratulations on y'all, man. The sky's the limit. It's just the beginning. We're going to definitely touch bases. Like I said, sometime this year, I got to get down to San Antonio. And like I said, we got to get up in one of these fights. And we got to do this for real, man. It's Flight Sports TV. You know, salute to Kid Austin. Y'all better make sure y'all subscribe, you know, and follow Kid Austin 1 on Instagram right now. FS Promotions as well. You know, get the merchandise. Kid Austin got a lot of merch coming. That's on the way. There's a lot of things that you can support. You know, you got a lot of brands that sponsoring him. Get behind these brands. You know, and also, like I said, get in the comment section. Kid Austin got a lot of things. Golden Boy drop content on Kid Austin. Make our voices heard. Let everybody know that Kid Austin is a superstar. He's got a serious base here ready to go to war, and we're going to do our goddamn job at our level. And like I said, man, it's Flight Sports TV. It's Kid Austin. It's just the beginning. Listen, next time we see you, like I said, we already know the victory is going to continue to pile up. And listen, you better expect that video to drop in about an hour or two, because I'm about to get on it right now. It's Flight Sports TV. I'm about to show you what we do around here.
Kid Austin got a YouTube channel also.
Pardon me.
Yeah, make sure you get some of this flight content with these interviews. Slap it on your YouTube channel too, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send it. Do what you got to do, where we can share it also.
Yeah, you know, I want to thank y'all too as well. You know, that's no problem with the shares and the support you guys give, and y'all continue y'all support, man. I ain't gonna hold the champ too much longer. Listen, holla at me, Kid Austin. Shout out FS Promotions, Golden Boys, Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.